Hi everyone, welcome back to ASX Market Watch and charting trend signals around the world. I just thought I'd give a quick market update just based on the visual signals that I usually do in regards to sort of just chart analysis and that sort of thing, and we'll do it on all the world markets just to have a really quick squiz at where they might be heading, just based on trend analysis, charting analysis, a few simple things like trend lines and even retracements and extensions and that sort of thing, just for a bit of fun, just to see where the market might be heading on your weekend. We'll start off with the S&P 500 in America, just simply because last week we were talking about a few Elliott Wave counts, and Elliott Wave, as you know, is moves in 5 waves up and 3 waves down. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, potentially 1, 2, 3, and we were looking at a wave 4 area here last week, or if it was the week before, I'm not sure. But either way, somewhere down here we were saying that the market, potentially we're looking for a continuation pattern formation here, and for the market to sort of break out of that. And also, looking at that, what we were looking for was that the market had, if you can just see this is 161.8% retracement of the previous move. What that is very typical of is a wave 3 in Elliott Wave, and so I mean it's sort of getting a tiny bit complicated, but basically it's very cool that that happened pretty much right on the money, and because of that, what I was looking for was for, if it breaks out of this range here, which it has, to move into a wave 5 upwards. And that had the potential to go to about 1750. So that's just based on a retracement from November to May up in here. And we're looking at, could test the highs of 1700 and then go potentially higher than that. Obviously, we're in blue skies almost at the moment anyway, which is fantastic. But yeah, so basically that has happened. That's a great thing. Really quickly, also in China, let's check out China, the Shanghai Composite. What we were saying was, this has happened over a few months now. What I was saying was, around about here, was that was not enough of a move up for an uptrend for me, so I was still in downtrend territory. A few days later, the market tanks. So, I mean, great, that's fine. It is what it is. But then down the bottom here, what I was saying as well was this single bar, and I'll just enlarge this a little bit. This single bar, because it starts so high, goes down throughout the day and closes on its highs as well, that would be the bottom of the market for quite some time. And, you know, even though it's still extremely weak, why is it weak? Because it has this nasty trend line resistance hanging overhead now. However, on the short term, we're still looking at this, if I get the right tool there, we're still looking at that bar as the bottom. And we've even had a little zigzag up, which is just like that. Bop, bop, bop. Easily done. And that on the short term is a good sign as well. So yeah, basically looking at the Shanghai short-term strength, but still a lot of long-term weakness. And even if you want to get a bit more longer term, let's check this out. 5 years, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Oh no, even longer. Look at that. It's very nasty stuff in China at the moment. But that big trend line, very nasty stuff that will give a little bit of resistance in the future as well. But in the meantime, that single bar is the one that did move the market. Happy days! Looking at the All Ordinaries down under Australia, really quickly, this is the market that I personally trade as well. And what we're looking for here, I said, because the people were starting to get a little bit excited about this move off the bottom here, and it turns out that they were correct. What I was waiting for personally was a zigzag like that. And that's exactly what's happened, and now the market has continued up on a short-term basis. Just to give you an idea of retracements, this move, visually, I don't like the look of it, but, you know, on the short term, it is moving up, and that's that little zigzag. What you'd be looking for is a close below 4,800 if it was to turn short-term bearish again. That's at least what it would be for me, and the reason for that is very simple. It's just a simple line on a chart right there, and potentially it would be crossing it around about that 48.50 level on the All Ordinaries. So until then, no dramas, happy days. Looking at it from a retracement point of view, if we were to do that, it's currently sitting on two things. One, 5,000, so bam, really big 5,000 number right there. Potentially a psychological number for selling, and also the 61.8% retracement of the previous move. So again, there's a few things sort of adding up there. If you carry any weight for those, if you just wanted to look at solid trend following signals that I personally look at, yeah, it had its little short-term up move, and it's still currently in that for now, at least according to that trend line theory there. Very, very simple stuff. So really quickly, what else have we got? We've got the FTSE is the only other one that we potentially look at as well, and very similar to the All Ordinaries, it had that zigzag up, and it's still continuing on in that short-term up move as well. Looking at it from a retracement point of view on the FTSE, again, that's very similar to the All Ordinaries down under Australia as well. It's sitting bang on 61.8% retracement, and it's just finding a tiny bit of resistance there with those long tails, so it's closing down off its highs during the day. But in the meantime, it still is in that uptrend, so that's that short-term uptrend. If what I'd be looking for again, there's your sort of short-term uptrend there. If it closes below the 64, 63.50 level, then that would be, that would be the short-term uptrend breaking down for me personally. So very simple stuff on markets around the world. Really cool. What I'm trading in myself currently is energy. I saw energy make a move. Oil in particular, a lot of the oil stocks for myself. This is AWE, a little bit of an entry right there, so that's still moving up. Happy days. Santos, happy days for, these are all oil companies, and that's sort of moved up from the buy point as well. Rock Oil has not moved very far, so I'm just going to keep a very close eye on that one. Obviously, if it fails, then I'll be looking to move my stop up as soon as possible to manage my risk and to make sure that I'm not in a, to get out of my loss as soon as possible. The one that's really taken off is not in oil at all, but it's still in energy, and a little bit of an entry, and it's, sometimes you just don't know which ones are going to take off. And if you're looking at this just from a very simple breakout point of view, that's all it is. It's not rocket science in any way, shape or form, but yes, I saw energy moving, like the overall sector of energy moving. Decided to get in those few stocks, and again, the stop losses are in. If it turns around, so be it. I'll be out, and to cut my losses short. But yeah, that one has been the winner so far, and you just don't know which one will be the greatest, the best out of all of your trades. It's impossible to see the future, so some of them will take off, and some of them will stay behind, like ROC for now. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, that's the market from my personal point of view. It could be a bunch of garbage, or it could be fantastic, but if it has helped you in some small way, then that's fantastic for me. Guys, have a great week. Happy trending until we meet again. Bye for now.